I'm not cold. I'm just limiting my horsefly skin exposure. Ahoy! We're the Boomershines, a family of 4 who've moved aboard a 56-foot motor yacht to do the Great American Loop and beyond. Meet Captain Mark. I'm Admiral Cinda. This is First Mate Belle and Bosun Rex. And we can't forget the ship kitties, Angie and JoJo. Welcome aboard as we share our travels and triumphs, trials and tribulations, tips and tricks for life aboard SeaSHINE.
Welcome back, dear friends. Well, we find ourselves witnessing a milestone in this episode as the intrepid crew of SeaSHINE sets their first anchor for an overnight stay mere feet off the shore of the mystical Cumberland Island, Georgia. Let's watch as they depart from Fernandina Beach after making it through a gusty windstorm and travel across a sound to a beautiful, secluded anchorage. Grab your popcorn and nestle in, won't you?
From Fernandina Beach, Florida. Today's plan is to go for a short cruise up to Cumberland Island. Check out where we are now. Where we're going to anchor for the very first time on SeaSHINE. So hopefully that goes well. If not, we've got backup marinas in mind should we need them. And they'll all be close. So we're getting a nice early start so that we have options. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm also a little nervous about the anchoring, but we can do it. We've done it before on smaller boats. We can do it again. Yeah. What you doing, Daddy?
Oh, you have to have Mother's Day breakfast.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Have some coffee. It's amazing I'm an artist for a living.
That's the cutest mermaid ever. How's our grill? It's our first time using the grill. Mark,
Yep.
Tell me about today.
Today we are going to leave Fernandina Beach and we're going to motor north across the Sound at Cumberland Island.
We're going to cross the Sound today. It's our
And
first
we're
Sound.
Anchor and we're going to deploy the tender.
A lot of firsts.
A lot of firsts.
Is this exciting to you or does it make you nervous?
It's all the combination of, it's always the combination of the two.
Okay. We got this, right?
We got this. We had coffee with me. We got this.
Good morning, Belle.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rex. Good morning. You looking for dolphins out your porthole? They may be there. What do you two think about this? You excited for your first anchorage? Yeah, okay.
All right, so just a little hello to everybody. The colliding of worlds. What is happening here? Oh my God, Mr. Finger Guy. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
You guys are heading out. Where are you going?
We're going to Cumberland Island. We're going to anchor.
That is very exciting.
Yeah, hopefully it will.
It'll be fantastic. All right, we're getting ready to help these guys untie. Beautiful morning.
giant boat.
Wagenburg. And look,
And another big boat.
on our AIS, Andesburg is the name of the boat. Vandenborg must be the company. And then we got Lucky Hong from Panama. Look at their bulbous bow.
That is a bulbous bow.
The
Now,
bulbous bow is the size of our boat.
these giant boats are here. Safety first, by the way. I like this guy. These giant boats are here because we are about to pass an inlet and go through a sound. Tell me why it's exciting to go through a sound.
Because it'll be the biggest body of water that we've gone through yet.
We'll have the most motion.
Yep, stabilizers are on.
So far, we've pretty much just been on, like, a river, if you will. The intercoastal is just some people call it the ditch, because it's just a river. It's easy. The sound is going to be more open water with more stuff going on. So we'll cross the sound, and that's another reason we stayed put yesterday, because when it's really windy, the sound can get really rough. So here we go now. Hopefully it won't kick up. SeaSHINE, we have a very important announcement. If you will look to the port side of the boat, you will see the great state of Georgia! That's Georgia! Yes!
There are cannons on there. Shoot at them, Rex. They're shooting at us.
I will read about the port. That is so cool.
I'm gonna shoot back.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's
Well, that
really cool,
sure
guys.
is cool.
And was the house there?
Yep.
I think that's all part of the fort, and it was built in the 19th century.
So that's 300 years after the fort that we went to, but it's still 200 years old. And
It's so old, like that house.
so that's where all of the officers would have lived, and that's where they would plan everything, and the soldiers would live in there. Guns off the aft. Rex, I'm sorry your cap's not working.
I'm gonna work on them. Maybe they got soggy? So now we're not on the intercoastal channel. Oh, I got too much wind. Can't escape it. Now we're on an inlet channel. The markers are red, right, return. So the red markers are on our right versus when we're on the intercoastal when they're on our left. When you're facing forward. Got some wind. Okay, the next time we're in Florida, we will have pretty much
Crossed our
completed the
way.
loop. So Georgia is our first state that we'll enter that we will not come back to unless we decide to do the loop again. Okay, so we just officially crossed our first sound.
We're not out of it yet, but are you kidding me?
I mean, the inlet's back there. The
Is
boat.
that Cumberland Island?
That's Cumberland Island, all right there. We're gonna.
That is Cumberland Island?
That's Cumberland Island.
That's Georgia!
I know, we're in Georgia.
Wild horse!
Look for wild horses. Ooh, what's that on the intro?
They apparently come at dawn and dusk.
Well, we may see some wild horses. And, yeah. Anchoring. It'll be our first anchor. We're a little nervous. We'll see how it goes. If not, we have a backup plan. Always have a backup plan. Okay, so that's some sort of submarine base. And some people have been cruising along here and all of a sudden a submarine pops up. Can you imagine?
Does the submarine give you warning?
Apparently you get
Pan.
you get surrounded by military boats and you freak out and they say they give you directions and then the sub pops up. Okay, so the markers, the channel markers are a little confusing in this area by this military submarine base. But just for reference, when you're doing an inlet, you typically have the red on your right, red, right, return. But when you're doing the intercoastal and going north, the red markers, the triangular red markers are on your left, the port side, heading north. And it gets confusing when you've got inlets meeting the intercoastal and there's multiple markers. But thankfully, some smart person figured out how to put just a little yellow square on the intercoastal markers. So when confused, we just look for those yellow boxes.
Like, for instance, there's a green can. The cans are green. The nuns are red. The nuns are red and pointy and they're even. The greens are cans, like a can, and
They're square.
And those are always odd. So this can right here has a little orange. It's actually orangish yellow. Square at the top of it.
Okay, so wait, yeah, see, there's our next can, and it's hard to see. We'll show it when we get closer.
That's green 79. Greens are always odd.
So there you can see that little yellow square.
That little yellow square will take us all the way up to Canada.
We almost missed the markers.
The two roads diverged. I traveled the path least traveled, and that's not what we want to do.
I was
We
like,
did not wanna
wait,
do-
you're on the wrong side of the
You
markers!
don't want to be James Thoreau? Is that it?
Well, this sure is pretty, Mark Boomershine. Gorgeous!
We're gonna explore that in the tender.
Uh-huh. Pretty cool. Yeah, right there is the river that we could go up and anchor on. And it actually looks, ooh, there's a boat in there. You see it?
Yeah.
That is where we had originally talked about anchoring, but I don't know. There's a pretty big boat in there. But we think
I like your other one better.
we're gonna head north and anchor at the north end of this river. It feels a little bit wider, a little easier for our first anchorage. We're cruising through here at low tide, so we can see the shoaling, which is helpful. You know when you're about to hit it. Let's try to avoid it. This is so cool. You can see the train of boats. So let's see if I can zoom in. We've got some sailboat masts we can see going through. And then we're following another looper up there. They're going all the way on to Brunswick. We are going to anchor up there somewhere. we're trying to get our camera mount figured out.
I had a horsefly go in my mouth.
The horseflies are attacking us. I'm not cold, I'm just limiting my horsefly skin exposure.
I got one.
I got one too. We each got 20 points. They're mean little boogers. Oh, that guy just came back to life. I'm gonna go refill my coffee for the next 12 hours until we leave this area. They're everywhere. Look at you. There's like 10 in there with you. Will you come downstairs?
I don't know.
Okay, take out the first slide. This is a pretty perfect Sunday, Mother's Day morning.
Wrap this up for you. Give it to you. Present.
That's all I
Mother's Day
need.
present.
That's all I need. Children are downstairs. We're up here. Cats are still on board. Life is good. Hey, this is the anchorage you're heading for. This is my new best friend. And this is our camp. So we're hopefully going to anchor right in there.
4 charts going.
1, 2, 3, 4. All kind of give us different information. Some are better than others. Some we figured out better than others. But between the 4 of them. You mocked my hoodie, and now with the horsefly going in your ear, you appreciate it.
I think it's just up here. Like, can they be that way on the bow?
I don't know. They're just woo. What did you just say?
There's some real explore stuff going on
Yeah.
here. I
Yeah.
feel like the first person ever. Never mind all the other boats around us.
Well, okay, so there's no boats in this anchorage we're going to. It's a marked anchorage. There is, there's comfort in anchoring around other boats because you know it's a good place to anchor, but I also worry about hitting other boats when we anchor around other boats because you swing. So I think this will be great for us. Famous last words. Shout out to Pambo for hooking us up,
Finstein.
setting up our new Garmin
we debated, and there should be no debate on updating electronics.
The new Garmin is much better than the old Furuno, but it is kind of a nice to have the combination.
Yeah, and this isn't the latest and the greatest. In fact, it's a 2-year-old model that still does all the same thing. So as soon as you put it in, they're out of date. I mean, there's always new technology, but this we're in this decade.
Okay, so we're doing a hard turn, hopefully keeping our good depth. So you can see the depth right there and the depth right there. We're going up in there.
Where it's flat. Very exciting.
Is this your idea of fun?
Some real Christo Columbus stuff going on here, buddy.
Oh my gosh, but
Call me Magellan.
Can you see all that?
Ah!
The theme of yesterday, Saturday, was wind. Today's theme thus far is horseflies. Biting horseflies. They bite me through my romper. I'm not happy about that. Wide open space, plenty of depth in the channel. No one's around us. Wind is perfect. I feel like this is a great first anchorage spot. What do you think?
Yeah. Cinda's deploying the anchor for our first time. I'm keeping her pointed into the wind. We're in 16 feet of water. Trying to be right there. Okay? So we want 7-to-1 scope. We're in. Alright, so we're winging it with the marks that are left over from the previous owner. We've got some green, red, and white tape mark. We're texting the previous owner right now. We think we have 70 feet.
What's our depth?
16.1. Alright, we're not moving, so I'm going to back down on it just a little bit, but these are very strong engines, and we don't want all that pressure on the winch itself. See, we don't. Okay, that's good to know. You need to give yourself some slack. We need to tie off of that cleat right there. One of the cleats. Mama!
We're at anchor!
What'd you just do?
I dropped an anchor. I think we said it right. I think we have enough road. We're gonna find out though.
We're gonna finesse all this. This is why we're doing it right here in an easy anchorage in good weather.
Yep.
When anchoring, to see if your anchor is holding, you want to take a visual mark. So right here, I'm looking at, where's my finger? This little piece of shore right here, and I'm lining it up with this right there. So if I stare at this, holding my phone steady, we have wind and a bit of current, and I do not see us coming back any.
So I may
Let more out
let more out.
to have 100 feet. We're in 16 feet.
Are we in 16 feet? So we need 60, 36. We need
7
100
times
feet.
16. Okay, let's do it. But I'm gonna shut them down.
Yeah, and then we just need to watch and make sure we're not
Yep.
swinging too far in any one direction.
All right, I'm shutting down Cream. Shutting down Peaches. Way to go, girls. That just became real. Okay, so we're on anchor. We're just sitting here discussing in the air conditioning here, and we heard a VHF pan maybe. Which
No,
is,
there's a vessel taking on water with 5 people aboard, but I don't know where.
It's probably out of Jacksonville. Okay, your route planning. This is our whiteboard.
I just made a change. Because Hilton Head, let me show you what we're trying to go into Hilton Head on Thursday, and we've got 24-mile-an-hour winds.
Nope.
Now, we could get there early in the day on Thursday.
But if
or
anything goes wrong,
yeah.
when does it die down?
It dies down on, we just don't want to be coming in. So we could go early Thursday or late Friday.
How far from Savannah?
That was close. So here's the question: whether or not we want to spend more time in Savannah, less time in Hilton Head, how we want to juggle that. But if in Savannah, Mom and Dad are meeting us and they'll have a car.
We're about to deploy the tender for the first time.
How do you feel about that? You've been dying to do this ever since we got the boat. Okay, so you got the cables. I need a bow line and a stern line.
Yeah, I think I've got the fenders on the wrong side, don't I? The wind is shifting, and so our boat is, we know it's going to swing, so it's swinging, but the current's going against the wind, so the boat is kind of...
It was like this, and now it's
middle.
like this. I'll show you. It's easier to see up here. So we really want to put the tender in and explore Cumberland, but we're not doing that until we are comfortable with the anchor and all the anchor alarms that we have on. But as you can see, so the current is pushing us, where's that line? Anchor line. The current is pushing us this way, but the wind is blowing us back that way. Yeah, so we're just testing it all out.
We are resetting the anchor because we've been dragging. So I've got my headset on and Cinda's got her headset on. Just playing it safe. Okay. Alright. And we're holding at 18 feet. We've been 18 feet the whole time. And our breadcrumb coming in is that dotted line. So we came in and we're swinging around and the birds are talking to us.
Okay, we're at anchor outside of Cumberland, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but it's also pretty windy, and we're concerned about our anchor. Not so confident in it yet.
It's our first time. We would feel better if we were 100 feet back.
And it's too windy to put the tender down to explore. So we're just learning how the anchor works and how the anchor holds. So we're pretty sure we're holding. It's just getting a little bit farther out because the tide is going out. That's our current thinking. Could be totally wrong, but it makes logical sense. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Have you spent the day just watching the charts?
Yeah, we've never gone under 17 feet.
So we've got plenty of depth. It's just whether or not we're getting closer to shore. But look how gorgeous. It's just
If you
us.
stare at something long enough, you'll start thinking that closer.
Uh-huh. Just us and Cumberland Island that we really want to go explore, but it's just too windy right now. Do you have the coolest room ever? Look at your window. I'm jealous. I can't lay in bed in my room and look out the window. See the dolphins and the birds. What are you doing? Are you watching for dolphins? Have you seen the dolphins too? Yeah. They're out there. Well, today didn't go as planned. We really hoped to be able to put the tender down and go over to Cumberland. But it's just been too windy. And now the wind's calmed down a little bit, but as you'll notice, the sun is setting and we have some really grumpy campers. I think we're all a little bit homesick. We're wrapping up week 1 and it's been an intense week. I mean, it's been a glorious week, but there's been a lot of highs and some lows too. We got some lows going on inside right now. Everybody misses home, including me.
All right. First dinner on anchor. Oh, and what a special dinner to celebrate Mommy.
Whoop whoop.
What a great Mommy.
Mother's Day.
We're having a little celebratory Martinelli's by LED candlelight. Wow, and look behind you, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. Oh, and there's a kitty. Hello, kitty. Kitty and Sunset on anchor. Cumberland Island, right there.
Well, I hate to interrupt such a peaceful setting, but we do have a ship to keep on schedule, you know. Tune in to the next episode as the intrepid crew of SeaSHINE weighs anchor and crosses a sound that literally scares the poop out of the ship kitties. It's also an episode where the Admiral is ready to place a for sale sign on the boat and call it quits. So be sure to hit the notification button as well as let the crew know how they are doing. They love hearing from you. Until then, as always, shine on!